Okay, guys. So welcome everybody. We are live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and X and Clubhouse. Right now, we need to update people regarding about the insecurity going on in Nasser. So welcome to those of you turning in Lagos State Media and South Sudan Eagle Media. So please start sharing this. We are live in Clubhouse, and I have a lot of people in Clubhouse can wait in. Before I give the chance to the guests in Clubhouse, I would like to send my heartfelt condolences to the people who lost their lost one on that crisis going on in Nasser. So for being said, please share the video and basis the opening discussion regarding about insecurity going on in Nasser. So we hope the situation will be under control. For that, Joseph, let me hear microphone back to you in Clubhouse and give us the guests to talk. So, Fadl.
Thank you. Go ahead, Honorable God.
Thank you very much, Brother Majid. The rest who are on the stage in the clubhouse. Let me begin also, as you did, let me join you by passing my condolences to the life lost and the loved ones in unfortunate tragic incident that happened in Nasser from yesterday, Monday, to today, Tuesday morning, until the midday. What happened when we said the government is in control of Nasser is that we were in touch with the sources on ground. They were fighting yesterday.
Those of you in on the live, can you guys hear? Put the thumb up if you guys can hear the people in Clubhouse.
Happened to be in outforce of Nasser town. That members of the SSPDF have just left that position and they went to headquarters. The headquarters where Commander Majak is, who have just actually talked to these people who talk to me now. And you know, someone knows Nasser, the deployment in the headquarters is very complex. It's different from deployment of the outforce that the White Army was saying they have indeed overrun. No clear verification of that rumors, but in fact, let me tell you, as we speak now, our commander, the head commander of SSPDF in Nasser, is still in his old position in the trenches in Nasser, and the commissioner of Nasser has just been speaking right now, and that's why Ambassador called me, and actually our MP, who is the chief whip, were together with the ambassador. They were talking. They are sons of that area. They called me and they want to let me. I will not explain to you. That let me pass this information to where they can be helped to coordinate a process of the escalation of the situation tomorrow. The suggestion, they say they have talked to White Army, although unfortunately, also the one who was commanding White Army, gentleman called Tor, he was unfortunately killed today. He is not there, but they talked to other guys who are reachable to them. They said, don't go and attack the headquarters of the SSPDF again. Stop there. You are going now to be sent back. You go back to your own places. You separate from IO, because they said it is the IO actually who was actually mobilizing the White Army, and the White Army is the one who has actually got more losses than the IO. And IO, they have returned back to their base. But now the White Army, as we speak, are the one in that outforce. And the headquarters of the army, the brigade that is in Naser, is intact. The commander, the officers, the rest of forces are actually with them in the trenches. So there is no anything of that saying that the Naser has fallen. The Naser has not fallen. The outforce might have been evacuated. They have gone from outforce to the headquarters. And now our people, the sons and daughters, the leaders of Wulang and Naser are doing their best to separate the SSP, the IO from the White Army. And this is very good news. This is a good news. We shall be hearing something different tomorrow. You will hear tomorrow the White Army that are now in the outforce have gone back like by the way, the IO, according to the ambassador, whom I was talking to, have already actually withdrawn from the town, and they left White Army there to get excuse that they were not part of the conflict. You see how they do their things, and they are the one who actually mobilized the White Army to go to Naser, to go and attack the Naser. So there's a man called Gutor, something like that. Tor is the one killed. Tor is the one killed. He's a member of White Army. There's somebody who's a commander of
Tor and his three brothers are gone.
Yeah, it's okay. These are White Army. It's unfortunate. We don't wish them to die. But there's somebody who is a commander of his name I just forgot, and I was told of IO. Yes, has withdrawn his troop this evening back to a border of 8 kilometers is what I was told. But they are going to go behind further because they have been told here that what you are doing, you are putting your leaders in danger because they have already heard that their commander, the chief of staff, is already confined. So this is a situation. To those who are listening to us, a situation in Naser, we should expect the escalation of the situation tomorrow. It is no worrisome again, and the government is in control of Naser as we speak. There's no capture of Naser as per se. So this is the real thing from the on ground that I want to give you. I thank you very much. In any question you want to ask, Brother Madit, who is in the other outlet, if anyone would want to ask any question, that question is welcome, and I will give what I know, what I have already been told. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Rest in peace. Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you, Brother Joseph. Let me make my question very quick to Your Excellency Duar. Duar, you said like right now you guys in process of separating your SPDF forces from
guys, it sounds good to you guys. So you guys good? So let me know if the volume is good.
Yes, the IO were the one who were mobilizing this fight, and they mobilized along with them innocent members of the White Army, those who do not know anything. Now, as we speak now, there's a quarrel already between, and they have already mentioned them. I don't want to speak names here. Those the mobilization, to the extent they pay money to some of these groups of the White Army, are going to be handed down by law. The law will take its own course. So why do we say we want to separate them? You cannot hold White Army responsible for what has been done by the IOs. IOs have to be held responsible for this in totality because they are the one doing it.
Okay, give me a second. Let me try to connect with that.
went to assault with the White Army, and they went and left them that if they were not criminal, they would have left them there. They are now a White Army are still in town, in that force that I was saying, our force. And these guys who are very clever, they are withdrawn so that they cannot be made responsible for it. You see? Can you see the thing? So you can separate the two forces now by treating IO alone and leave these innocent young boys alone, and you'll deal with them through what the leaders are. So they don't have anything to do with IO. They don't have that ideology of IO. So they will be dealt with.
What about now, guys? It sound good?
Approach them differently. It will not be just like.
Thank you.
It will not be what IO will have to face, because IO have already violated the agreement. So in that case, those who are responsible for mobilization will be held accountable by law. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just want to remind everybody we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, so make sure any information you share over here are correct. Make sure information are correct, and we don't want incite violence. And then we need to make sure everything we say will not affect our people back home. So that's what I want to say. And then Magog, don't go away, because Madit warned you. There's some video. Madit will play them, and then you will translate them from Nuer language. Charles, I see your hand. Can I go ahead?
Just pass one person, and because you want to stop driving. Just pass one person. I'm just one person.
Okay. All right. Then while we are waiting for Madit to play some video, I'm gonna give a chance to. Peace, loyalty.
My brother, hello. Yeah, good evening. Look, I think what's happening in Naser is very unfortunate. And both sides, being the SSPD
thank you, my good
Naser, have lost a lot. And it's I think it's taken our country to a place in which we don't want to be. We're at the brink of war currently. I think this whole issue, speaking truthfully and in my opinion and what I've heard and what I've seen, I think the first blame goes to the government of South Sudan. I think it's a huge miscalculation from their end, sending the Abu Shok and Agwalek to a hotspot like Naser. I think that's the first mistake. It's a miscalculation. Why? Because the people of Naser see these forces coming in as a hostile force, and they hold grudges, whatever those grudges may be. They hold grudges towards these forces in particular. And I think it's unkind. Send such a force with such history, they have history with the people in Naser. When you send them, it causes, Please do not interrupt me. Please do not interrupt me. So I think that's the first blame. And again, just to make my stance clear, I do not support the SPLM, nor do I support the SPLM-IO. I'm a man of peace. I'm for the people, but the truth must be said. I think the only opportunity we have for de-escalation is now, before things get out of hand. And I think we as South Sudanese need to take this issue very serious and handle it with care, because this will engulf our country into war, and we don't want that. We don't want if a Nuer dies, a Dinka dies, a Shilluk dies, we are all one people. You know, why are we beating the drums of war? We shouldn't be okay with this. We need to de-escalate, and the only way that will happen is through dialogue. Through dialogue, the government of South Sudan needs to get in touch with people at the grassroots, and really make their stance known. That this is this, this is that, and they need to compromise, not only just through words. I think the government needs to compromise, because that's what a government does. If a government is genuine and they see that their people, their civilians are worried, and they're worried to the point they've picked up arms. Not saying it's the right way to go about. Not saying that, but if that's what's happened, then there needs to be compromise from both sides. And I know it's easier said than done. I know there's a lot of history. I know it's very complex. There's a huge, power struggle within the government. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but this is what needs to happen. It needs to be dialogue. And the reason why is because we're at the brink of war, as I stated earlier on. We're at the brink of war, and war is disgusting, and it's painful, and there's no winners. You know, you may think you're strong and you can. There's no winners in war, especially when we're fighting a war that doesn't need to happen, and that's from both sides. So to put it plainly, I stand for peace, and I really think these events are unfortunate, and the blame goes to the government initially. This huge miscalculation, sending these forces to Nasir, and it needs to be undone, or there needs to be some sort of compromise. Yes, I understand the government, cannot back down. It will lose its strength if it completely backs down. I understand that, but I also understand that the realities of war and the complexness of our nation, and how societies have been militarized, and the people of Nasir, they're willing to fight. And I'm not saying that to boast or to have bravado and say they're willing to fight in that sense. Yeah. Sorry, brother. I'm just
30 seconds.
30 seconds. I say that to say that our country is very complex, and people are sick and tired of war. And when people are sick and tired of war, situations occur which pushes people to act irrationally, even within the government. And I think this is what's happening now. People are sick and tired, and there's people behind the scenes that are trying to push for this war and push and pull, and there's a huge game going on. And if we don't wake up and sit down and actually have dialogue, then we're gonna head back to war, unfortunately. So thank you, and I pray that doesn't happen.
Joseph, I'm ready.
Thank you so much, Peace. I asked a question. I see you raise on peace. I asked a question earlier. Are you still for peace, or you joined the war? You say no, you did not join for war. You still advocated for the peace. But the language you speak now, you joined the war. The reason why I say you already joined the war, yeah, you're not for peace. Yeah, because I asked you a reason, no, you still for, but you joined the war because you blame the government. You said because they deployed Agwelek and Abu Shok, and you call Agwelek Abu Shok as a militias, which is Agwelek, they are not fighting. They're not going to fight. They are just going to take the forces there, and then they will come back with the barracks. That is the one. Number two, IO, they are militias. So if Abu Shok is a militia and Agwelek is a militia, what's wrong with the militia to go to where there's another militia? What is wrong with that? That is what. Number two, yeah, just keep your mic close. That's what you said. So you say you're blaming the government, and then you did not even blame IO, or you did not blame the White Army, because that's not the solution. Even if they are militia, they don't want them militia there. They should let them go in, and then they can work it out through the local government. You guys have a commissioner, have a representative of the area. They can just talk with the parliament, with the government, and then they can work it out, not to take the gun and fight. So what they're doing now, they're wrong. And he's supposed to blame them too, but you don't want to blame them because you joined the war. Madit, can I go ahead? And then Madit, where is Magog? Magog, there might be good, it will not stay for long.
If I could just clarify one point.
Just wait, please. Yes, Madit want to say something.
Yeah, it's Magog went out. Let Magog come back because this video I want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for Magog or anybody can translate. If somebody down there wanna come up, translate from Nuer to English or Arabic, let him come up. Another time, especially not than Badangel. I think today is here. Today, Ari.
I think peace can do it. Yeah.
No. Peace join the war. He's on what side? Peace.
Oh, my brother, I haven't.
You said you need a backup as well for peace. You need a backup.
Rest in peace. I see your hand, and then Charles is waiting. Yeah. Get there. Rest in peace. I see
No,
you.
I just wanted you to bring Young Nation up, but I think you guys saw
okay. I'll let Charles
if you guys want to open the hand raise or start dropping people, I can personally drop my.
Okay, Charles, gonna go for 1 minute, and then we're gonna keep moving the line.
It's gonna be 2 minutes. I don't know if member of the parliament is listening.
I don't make a debate. Just make your point.
No, it's not debate. I'm not come for debate. Is it? I hope you listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, yes, you came out. And this is what we are saying now. I say, 3-quarter is not controlling by, and you prove it here, because when you say the forces of the government forces, they went to the headquarters. That means the other garrison around Naser area was been left to the IO and the White Army. And this is what we have been telling. Okay, now you came up also with the issue of the men. Just imagine, it came up from your mouth. All the money will be taken from Juba, to the other side, and people have been distributing money. And that's why we said this issue of the IO and the government, it is between Salva Kiir and Riek Machar. And now the blame will going to go down to the other member of the parliament of the Naser area, with the IO speaker and so on and so on. But the reality here, it is between Riek and Salva Kiir. Why it took so long for those armies to be transferred? And those guys, they've been complaining since 2019. To be transferring, and now you are transferring in 2024. Why it took too long after the government extended, the new period of the government? Do you think that there's no tension between Salva Kiir and Riek Machar again in this government again to put people in the war? Forget about the IO and forget the army and the White Army. Just specific to those two leaders, and you can see their circle messages in the social media. What's going on between Riek and Salva Kiir? Are they in one side of the agreement, or they just want to collapse this agreement? Thank you.
Magog, don't go away. But Honorable Duar will talk, and then Madit want to play the video, so you can listen. Don't go away, Magog. Honorable, go ahead, and then Magog will work with you.
Yes. Thank you, Charles. Charles, as to what will happen to agreement. It's all of us, we know it. Agreement was signed by the two principals plus other political force who joined together in that negotiation 2018. First, it was in 2015 when there were only two principals, two partners of the agreement. But then when we went and revitalized, we found ourselves we had more than two parties that were signatories to agreement. Now, the problem is, who has the forces that are actually terrifying and trying to threaten the existence and the implementation of the peace agreement? Obviously, you can get answer because the SPLM have already distanced themselves away from being put together with SSPDF, because SSPDF has already had element of integration that was partly done, although the whole of chapter 2 was not completed. There was phase 1 of chapter 2 training and integration that was done, and you can see also the officers that came by agreement from the SPLA-IO were also integrated into the command and command and leadership structure of the SSPDF.
And that's why you have Gabriel Roblam as the deputy chief of staff, who was actually chief of staff of the IO, and so many other officers and men who are actually part and parcel now of the SSPDF. So here, why did you leave the bulk? The question is, why did the IO leave the bulk of army that are now making problem? And actually, they are cutting it for them, and that's why I was saying here there was a detected payment that was done recently by the members of the IO who are actually part of the government. They took money and went and paid them to that bulk of forces who are outside, and went and told them. That was mobilization by itself. I'm not accusing anyone, by the way, but I want to be so clear. And I told you earlier, when I speak here, I'm not speaking neutral. I am speaking as SPLM, because we have already distanced ourselves from any association with forces. The forces are being commanded by the SSPDF, General Headquarters. They are completely non-partisan. We should be refraining from keeping forces. That is not the spirit of the agreement. So IO, who are members of the government here, some of them took money and went and paid just a few days ago or a week. They went and paid this money, you see, and this money now were paid in order for them to get mobilized and go and deny SSPDF deployment of the forces that are coming from Malacca. Can you see how the confused spirit? They don't do it alone. They should have done it alone as IO. They went as far as also mobilizing innocent children. We call them children, by the way. Some were born in 2006, and some were even later than this. You see, they went and mobilized them and sent them to the front line to go and die for their own interest. Why do you mobilize civilians? If you want to be responsible leader, don't mobilize civilians. You rather mobilize them, recruit them, come and train them, and become part of your force. This is where you can blame. This is where we blame the IO in, because the IO actually went against what is the principle of the agreement is. They have violated the agreement. That is not true. You cannot mobilize people. You cannot mobilize your own private army and send them to go and attack a SSPDF that has been already integrated and has other components with it, and they are going to redeploy. Why do you do this? Which country are you keeping alone? That's very bad. So I thank you, by the way, that the confusion is in Juba. Confusion is not with the innocent people who are down there. They are very innocent. If they are told truth, they cannot attack anybody. But this has come a time now for us to speak one voice and de-escalate the situation that is now changed. They have to be told to refrain from this and actually withdraw back to their own villages. As I was told by my colleagues, those who went and talked to me when they called me here. And this should be the message we should carry forward. All of us in the clubhouse and in other social media outlets, we should carry this message with us. Go and tell our people, you de-escalate the situation, demobilize, go back to your own villages. Nobody will follow you. You will be sent people whom you will respect and get the right message from them. So the only thing now, we are not saying ceasefire. Ceasefire with who? There were no fighting forces. There were only misunderstanding of a confused element who tried to subject innocent people to the problem. Because you cannot mobilize an army. That is very bad. It's a crime. So thank you very much.
Yeah, no, I'm not asking you more, but you forget something. No, I'm not. I just a young man. Would confirm me? Is it the government control the whole Naser from your mouth?
Yes, the government is in control because the headquarters of the government is now under control of the government. Government is there. The commander is there, and the forces are there. And even the commissioner has already contacted the commissioner of Naser, who will be coming tomorrow, who is also IO, you see, and then see how they do their thing. So he will come tomorrow. They will meet with the commander, and they will see how they escalate the situation, and then the life goes on. So the town itself, Naser, is under control of the government.
Thank you. But you can play the video so we can let Majak go.
Okay.
Majak, we don't want to hold him here in this room for long.
Okay. Actually, I have two, but let me get out from this one first. Okay, so can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a video that caught my eye in social media, and this video is the person, one of the White Army, and he's dressed up of Sudan. Let me see. I'm not going to play it yet. He's dressed up Sudanese uniform, military combat. I think Honorable Duar, you shared that on your wall too. So I want to play this, and then you guys, I have three video. So, and this person, this is why I say that this is not only White Army is fighting in Nasser. There are some element in the Sudanese that joined this war, and this person he's speaking in Tongnas. So, Magog, are you ready to translate that? Let me play the video.
Ana baga mal ganna de ko ande alla yenten ja baga mal ngana mando no ko rok chelo in ka live ke jara
Sound
iron
is not
wang
there, so okay, sorry guys. So Joseph, can you go ahead and give other person a chance to fix the sound here, volume?
ana baga mal ganna de ko ande alla yenten ja baga mal
Yeah, go ahead, take your 5 to 6 minutes because we have people waiting.
Yeah, okay. If I want to start thank you. Wired mode. My one was actually a wonder because last week we heard that it is a White Army that are demanding the deployment of unified forces. And then yesterday I was actually on social media, Facebook, and I could see all these heavy machine guns. It was actually a wonder for me if such a weapon could be held by the civilian. If you could look onto my profile picture there, then it would be a wonder. How do the civilian hold such big machine guns and 14.5 two barrels and so many, and even the tanks. I could see tanks. Some people were sitting in front of the tanks, and this is a wonder. Who are these people? Are they really a White Army, or is there someone behind them? That was my wonder, and that's why I would like to ask Honorable Duar to give me what he knows. But I believe he has actually answered some part of my question because he said that it was the IO of Riek Machar who are actually fighting behind the scene and pushing forward the White Army and say that they are the White Army who are actually fighting. At the same time, it is also a wonder where a civilian would demand the National Army not to be deployed. I have never heard. All of us, we have some IO members in so many states in South Sudan. Like myself, my county is under the leadership of the IO. And during that, during those 2 years, there was so many deployment of the SPLA, of the SSPDF in our area. We never asked that we need unified forces. So here is a wonder too. What is the unique about the Naser for them to demand this, and seeing the artillery that they are holding, it give a wonder too. Well, all of us, we know that all civilians are holding the guns, but the guns that they are holding are not like like this machine gun that is being displayed on my screen there. The only machine gun that we can see now is RPG, that the heavy machine that they could have. They have PCAM. These are the machine and AK-47. These are the only guns that could be held by the civilians. But seeing this 14.5 two barrels and this machine gun in front of my screen, I don't even know that name of that machine gun. That was my wonder. If I could get a clarification from Honorable Duar and Honorable Edmund Yakini and many others people. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Maulana, what your 6 minutes?
I'm ready.
Maulana.
ما انت عارف شنو؟ السلام عليكم. انا كنت والله كنت كان زعل لكن I couldn't sleep. But before I do that, let me give you Joseph 1956, Edmond, Madit, Duar, and the rest of the and then what army are you doing? The problem Ajama we have in Sudan is the structure of the system itself. A nation that does not keep its secrets, a nation that does not have people who are capable to communicate the information correctly. It happened because of communication. If there was a good communication, all these things would have been taken care of. But communication is not good. In addition to that, why is Naser town is important? And why are we lying? If we are defeated, accept that I'm defeated. Simple as that. Maditaban, I know you are in the live show, so for my name to be registered under my speech, instead my name is Agulagun Wine. It's a type Agulagun Wine. Naser Ghani be Facebook, do you know me very well? Why Naser is important? Recently, for the last few days ago, when the tension was high, we have a rebel leader, member of National Salvation Army, came up and admit, and he said that he will be the leader and will be the one to command the forces that will take Naser. As we speak now, I don't think that Jay was trying to control of Naser. And if Naser has fallen, except Naser has fallen, it's just a town. In 2013, that Selmayo has taken all of more than quarter of South Sudan. Did that Selmayo succeed in the end? It was defeated. And also it's good for you to admit that you are defeated because fighting, you get defeated and you defeat. But the question is a good when I was giving this information. Excuse me, let me break you. No, you have repeated it 3 times. You need to also be given the right one. You see, when I was giving this information, when I was talking to Ambassador and to my colleague there, honorable member, who come from the same They were talking with somebody in Naser inside. And then this is what the explanation came from. I'm in Juba and I cannot lie. Why should I lie?
I'm not going to
You
lie.
hear this?
I did not call you a liar, but also you should even be here with us the social media in the first place. Simple as that, according to me.
No, but I want to interact. I want to interact with Junubin. I'm not inciting anybody.
Based on the institutions who want to succeed, information is very important and must be put under control. As PLMI order, as PLMI got to you, what is the relationship between the SPLMIO and the White Army? There has to be a distinction between these two. At the same time, why did the information of the rotational to the force of Naser was not communicated correctly? Why? If this information was passed accordingly, and I'm attacking all these, more than nothing, let us admit that 70%, 70 million Sudan and for you to succeed in a time like this, you need to send the information correctly. And wrong information is misunderstood, it could trigger into a violence and death. Now we are seeing it.
To the civilians or to the IO?
Whether in some, whether it could be IO or could be non-IO, that could be Magog. Now,
Conclude.
I don't
6 minutes. That 10 minutes. The 6.
But you are interrupting me. Interrupting me. As my Joseph in the Kalam Katila, what I will say, I will not even go long because what I'm saying here is supposed to be understood. Because I am against such a move, and South Sudan government, few days ago, why the government of South Sudan hesitated. It's supposed to move forward. But army was hesitated not to move. When you have a rebel leader declared, and you have, Joseph, I have information and I've got a deal in Malumat.
Brother.
And I first, one second, and I first,
Khalid conclude.
Mafia go left in answer. Mafia. Why do they attack the army barracks? They're supposed to go fight them over there in Wulang.
Khalid conclude. Go ahead, conclude.
هذا المعلومات حكومة السودان now
you a double face.
كلام كامل double face. لأن حكومة السودان now I heard قال في عسكري السوداني من شمال السودان لابس a uniform to شمال السودان. حكومة السودان after the killing on January 10th, January 15, when we have lost 8,000 slaughtered في Kanabi of with Madit, Yaziri state, Sudan government was very furious when our foreign minister went to the United Nations and requested the United Nations Security Council and African Union to investigate the killing of South Sudanese. And Sudan government started to train administrators in Sudan in Eritrea to bring them to war so the war will start in Naser. Why?
My brother. I think you are thinking they are not fair. Why the government of South Sudan, they deploy...
I drop you down, I would die now.
30 seconds, but my dad, and then I don't, before we are impatient, and you don't want to hear the good that will even save your life. And with this one, I will see here because I know I want this SPLMI order to be stopped for good. But I want the government to do the right way. I will never rebel against South Sudan, but I will poke your eye if you're not doing things right. Please try to remember what happened in 1948 when the Jews dedicated their country. They built a very strong. a very strong spy called Mossad. And they're able to track down every criminal that has killed them in 1945. They admire about that fellow. Were killed one by one, including the last one was Ahmed in 1944, in 1967. So Malcolm are European, but let me try to be.
Ali guide around. Don't.
No, I'm going to take my. I'm going to. You guys don't want to go to die.
Yeah, it's still too early. 6 minutes, yeah. Polana, whatever part was down to 6 minutes. Magala, Ashakala, may put the local taking a Wasika and Talata, and the young nation, Sunila. It's only two, actually, only two. Video, who can come or young nation, and then you can come back again.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Play the video.
Okay, let me play the video and then Magog be ready. So this video is Tongnas, and the person who is speaking here is one of the White Army, and he's wearing a Sudanese uniform for combat. So listen to it.
Gan ndio kon dia legend in Jaba Kamala.
How do you guys?
Chelo in live.
Yes.
Kejara iron wang. Dorme chwale Naser County. Masi jogura bebelaria masi metot. Dia je dong rame kunga follow ko Facebook.
You want
masi chen news ni.
Yeah, Madit is stop every 30 seconds, so Magog can.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Magog. Very good.
Tang rawale chap den daro cha ko to ka waina. Ko kormen ende bai to. Cha update do cha nei boka wenyu chwale loyal ka dom.
Go ahead.
Ugal amal update, pingen update English. Udan tani dari gari dari bulu berkanwel gal dari bulu زي ما هو قالوا في نازل هسه هو قال ضربونا في مال اللي اسمه دمه
Lakin ci te kata na te ci Facebook ne leb may bi ciran to kawai ne dong ciran ling. So yene ti be ben ke live ki dun ko tong noare ke yen noare ban ko onta yen. Ala kon
قال في ناس ما بسمعوا انجليزي يانا رجاك نجي نقول نفس الكلام اللي قلته قبل بتاع الشهادات بتاعهم
ane book ke jan re ron wang ma wen mi wale loyal ka dom ka ulang county ci gen chip kel jero de je ke ma kal mo run cer ke mi challeng ke ne ben book re pa ya mi wale dom mo kule de ke boda ke ne wen mi wale gala shel
وقال صباح اليوم الطيارة قرشت جا ضربنا في مال اسمه دويل ده قيام دوم هناك دوم جزء من ولا كاونتي
jene be gore ron wana lakin kina sep ne ideal te guje mo ke sep no meno wokbo si dai chi ke pen gon ti gul ka chero rit en re ta chelo ka makal we never know dong belun jok ye che belun jok jen update dan dong de ne kam je kurun na mo anu che ku joju men dan jel ga de chi deployment me babelan je kor menong kane ne kon motene ndela chwal motene na ter kan ulang
اوكي يقال طيارة جا صباح اليوم ضربهم لكن ما في دانا وقع في محل الناس فيه ولا في محل الأفكار فيه وقع في مسافة بعيد وبعدين أصير أننا عرفناه النازل هم جايين يشغلونا إنه في فلان كان في مناسب.
Imagine tiga bana dunga bana state ben pan ka valley te ben ga gala shell be bero ga na jene de na lok de shap de ga lok de ga lojok asmu roi kon ata ke ne mayot kon shap ke ne mayot ga gala shell ke ne mayon ne lakin jana ben surprise ke re ne bu kurunwang so nga ba kule nyogo tejo ke je non ku mi nan don kule ben pan be bro ge ne je non chene book imagine nene je bochi commissioner me cha odo pan je ne ge na wo woro ni ge cha mu worun che lo ko do mo kwa na le book tin shop commissioner cha na book so che joji ku mi jinu Sudan che lo nu je wo bine ge mu je ne me che lo ngode la wo ngu che ako gwade
Go ahead.
وقال قبل نجح في بالي يتكلم مع ناس انه ناس ما يشاكل قال هم قاموا ما ضربوا سلاح في قال اجيال لكن بعد كوميشن جاء وناس معهم انه ناس ما يشاكلوا برضه قال بعد كوميشنر طياره جاء ضربوا وده بوري انه النازل هم جايين يشاكلونا
ako gwade so yene ideale lenga tong nuere en fact kan lar abde dungna ron wana cha baga pol tele michael monten asmin rai kon da tan ne re lakin men bila big threat me cha do go jo jen bela big threat ke gwan diale ko na tan ne so Naser je baga gwa fan chong chine ye jogo che ote kor motor je sine motor ke almost 30 minutes sine ditin lakin all in all ko concept ke me panaje tuok tele ne gwan budo ke tele ne ram jete kon dia la concept
قال بعدين في ناصر قال اننا قاعدين في ناصر ما في اي اصل لكن كان ضربونا في بيام بتاع دوما هناك ياو بقينا زعلانين وجربنا شاكلنا معهم في ناصر عملنا نص ساعه 30 دقيقه ما في زول جاءوا مننا وانينا كويسين
ramakin live video da majak belo lengo la gwa da na cha chief gabana chene ben full fan dong te ga mal mijal ke all in all jata mal ta chi bagno chi ge nei book lakin goidu chine se be kod duar me min ko nei la gang o chi hadu jo bentin be da ke nei cheng be gen nong bo gen chimni ke nang rew dial ki diok dial te kam afanal binei kan ke anyway biata kamal jan abde dan goro ba belari ne de kon dia le long lenga tong nuare ga dong chi de gwar lakin de tong nuare leng me rai na ke je jan dai me chiro lat ka grown rice now o cha ne bu ko nyu chale lel ga dom ka concept che manu kun ke sep tele me chele ke na og je ke na je chi ga pendo ke chiro ri je lo ga mala khal rasha we you never know what will lunjo gnei ekin mas will lunjo almam biata kamal
Okay, that's the end of video.
وقال الناس حكومه قبنا وكوميشن جاهم كشون بالسلام انه ما ناس قاعدين للحرب لكن رسلوا طياره وجا ضربنا ثاني في مال اللي اسمه لويل في دوما بيام وهنا ولان كاونتي هناك فانينا نحن عرفناه خلاص ناس زي الاداء بتاعنا هم جايين يشاكلونا وانينا جاهزين والطياره اللي ضربنا ده ورجع في ملكال لو هم 2 طائرات ولا 3 هم قاعدين هناك ما بنعرف يرجع بدين الانسان لكن الله الواقف معنا نحن نازل قاعدين ندافع البلد ده هيكون معنا والسلام عليكم.
All right, thank you, Magog. Also, I have another video that I want to play. This video is coming from one video is from General Stephen Boy-Ronyang. Give the advice that is in Tongnas too. And the other video that is very important is from General Yan Matthew, that he was in Clubhouse 2 weeks ago. I mean, less than a week ago, actually, before the violent breakout. That's the one thing that I want to play. And that is in English, so it's don't need a translation for that. But for the, let me see, for the, and for the General Stephen Boy-Ronyang, that is Tongnas, so it will need translation. So let me play the General Yan Matthew video. This is a very important.
on my die, I only have 3%. So because of
Okay. Okay, maybe somebody. Do you want to play for the Stephen Boy first, or what do you guys think?
Just play the one where the NILE Tong Nas before my go.
Okay, and then let me play for the Stephen Boy.
Chang a boy ron ya. Rai ma ladam a gan wara dial. Especially in wara konta ke is anwar. Ngan chang a boy ron ya. Rai ladam a lade kui kuru mataga Naser. Na tarama.
قال اسمي ستيفن بوي رونيا وكلامي وانا الرساله بتاعي ماشي للنور اللي قاعدين في الشرق وانا اسمي ستيفن بوي رونيا.
Kuru da network 2013. Ya sharp tong wan ya kana. Ya kana rai loka ka ya kana ka jikai. Wan wara dial go ta nor wanda tiwo kuru madan bo ke ta nor yu kuru ka makal. Na riu na no wanda kon tar kuru kan kuru ma sharadan kulu wanda sharp. La chalma wada.
وقال لما الحرب بدأ سنة 2013 الناس اللي شافوا في دياو ناس لونه وناس جبلاي نوم ناس ناصر وكتار منهم ماتوا ففي مشاكلات بتعريف قاعد يستخدم مواطنين وين القوانين اللي ماتوا ديل أغلبية منهم مواطنين اللي بيستخدم في الحرب
Goro bay lwetin ko na menanga wadar mi koro ya jamaa chagwa yenora wadar mi ka sharp retention ne ken chiga rebel movement lakin mo ga mobilize ji America ba mo mobilize ne ro ji ayo na kon wan yi go kuma nana mo che goro ai me ga no yangan mata won ta ne ron wani an contact ne ko na kon ne de ben ka po na ga jikan che goro ai me.
Go ahead.
وقال الكلام انه يودوا مواطنين في حرب بين الحكومه حرب الحكومه كلام ده انا بقول ما ده طبعا نازل بعملوا له موبلايز نازل في افريقيا وناس هم ناس ايو يابودوا المواطنين في مشاكل الى الحكومه وكلام ده انا ده ستيفن بوي انا ما ده كلام ده ما كويس
yangan mata won ta ne ron wani an contact ne ko na kon ne de ben ka po de ko mu ka ye e jola ngan wadar mi ka sharp te ten shi ne ke lakin wadar mi go bala askari jala askari ke yanji wadar mi kon daga Naser ke te kon da lo ta ga movement nan wani ta ayo tin ta kit gwangar wai dole ta movement dole tuta tin ka ta movement chol ga jen sin ka news Peter news show ba ta ga mu ko kuma ma rodun ka movement na to ne biu ye na ku
وقال في ناس تلفون له يقولوا له نانا قاعدين نجي قال الجيش الابيض ده ديل لو انتوا ناس لو وناس يكون يلوم الوايد عام لو دايرين تضموا لأي زول ضموا لأي فاكشن بتاع بيتو بتاع نيوترول بتاع اي او عشان تكونوا عساكر تقدر تشاكل حكومة ناس عساكر وما يبغوكم تخشوا في حرب بين المعارضات ديل مع الحكومة.
kuma kana movement da kon ti la ye ko anai la ye ga kuma kana ida to rebel te kon shala movement te kon ta ga objective target ko ken ana ko na kuma ta wuya ba wu shi ye na sharp ga kuma te le sharp te ye ga kuma sela wai ko ba tasira kuma ko na kuma ga no ye ga kuma je ye kana kuma don ko an rebel movement to na sharo ye no kuma ba biu ye ga kuma lakini obi sharp ya ratul ya buri ye ga kuma na ma galo ko no wo ro dan kuma ya ga no ra go ye kuma an sharp til ga adam mate ga ma joy na kuma ra wai kuma joy
اوكي وقال يا جماعه مواطن ما ملك مشاكل الحكومه طبعا هذا المعرض ديل بنادم يسمى نفوس الحكومه ديل يا عندهم هدف اللون بشعب اللغة عشان غير ما في مواطنين.
There are a rebel movement. Lakini I support go magoro koro. Marodun ka ayo marodin go group no ken bi ayo aji kuma te ye go kuma do. Ko na ma chi ye ne yenge jang. Ko jang bi go je wina ga rodin jang ko ba me awo char ye jang kan noran da ye thona wal koran. Lakini no yen ye kum ko ne kum bi ye mo shar ma city ar la kan shola do lu ka ja jen nan maran kuma. Ata ye ne jang ke ye ne na kuma. Ko ne ida ka la kuma ta nuwar tin ta ji ko juba tin ngana tin su del ja ku ta
Go ahead, Mago. Mago.
Ka biya chole ye na kon ga jang biya ko le jewu na ka rodien ka karo we no ra kon tin la bi ko te pe ka ba bur kala kon ye ka wan ye ka ja kon war baro shar ban u ye jang bi ya kur jang ngan kon war ka ta ma kur ma kuma ba ko la no ngen je bor ba ko to le biya ye kuma ana sha ga jama'a ngan shemat tin ra me ga no yen ma kuma ma wo ma wa nasir ma jawo nasir wo shup ka nasir ru ba nyure nasir wo ora wo gori yen chab ya ya ko gori ya no kele goro dia den ma nasir no goro ko ma nasir no wono te ga
Mago, are you around or you left?
والله ما بقول لكن انا سمينا كل المسج بتاعه.
Okay.
هو طبعا بقول حتى وانتم زادوا قاعدين بقول قال ما تشيل شاكل مع دينكا عشان كده ما في حاجه بقول شكل بتاع دينكا ناس جاي من ملكال فوق زول بتاعكم بيقولوا سي كونسول وبعدين الناس كتير فوق الجيجة فوق قبائل تاني ده ما قبائل بتاع دينكا وانتم لما تبوش انا بوشكم قال ما تشيل شاكل مع دينكا ده denga da ma denga bayan ku ya gani shakin mako dai jama denga da kuma ya gani shakin mako kalima ya bushuku si balla alje da na kuma mashi da nasir amshi da nasir lo tana ba dai in ji fatishku ma ne shi wai shi ku amshi shakin na gida fa nafsu lakin ma da kush bushuku shakin so ana asasan samitu daman da lokacin da dai ma kati
Very good. Yeah, it's very good. Let me play the whole audio and then we will go back.
ye da ma tin ba ore ta ga je na tin ga gara ko es ma kan wo ka nasir aka wo nasir lakin lo no wi ga ben shi no kun wa man kun gor kan ga gor nye kun ka la ga mu kan no la cha no cha gor ye no chele gor re bola no cha gor en sha biaro dun gang ko me te ye to gang ro dun ko es gang ro dun in sha nei ko na kan na gor go kun kan nei ko na gan na gor go kun kan nei ko na gor man kun kan nei ko na gor ba le go je kan biaro gang ka chu ma gur na ma re bol ma ku ma go na re bol ye ko ngana ngara bol taro ku ma gur nga til ma gur ti ne je bo ana ba go yu nga jo ba nga jo wa ko jo ba jo ana lakin ma gur je o bi ayu ko ku ma ro dun ka gurum dia le la to gar we dol ta guru chol ga ta guru do to ta guru yen ma yo ta guru o ba na ko ter la halata ye na kan ga ku ma ta go ana la ro na we na da me na da me ka na ko ri da na tar ga lo kan me water me wona bo che ji ching da ni kulna nei ri na la sharp ko la ji bo ka nei da ni kwa nge ya na de ana mi je na me ne ma na ga na ji ne ri ma char ro ji ne ka ri ma char ne lu na la sa la ner go lo lakin na ga ni en sharp de jo ye ne na wa ko jama ra me ya na shago la ro na wo me ya ga no ko arai me pal yo kon rebel le to kon ta ga dor ko ku guru ba tal fakir ba ga te go tal fakir ya fel ka kuma ya fel adala ta dal la ka kuma pues an tamma an kora kon nei ti na la dire o ba o ter nei ko bu mu te di ko khut ma chai le nan dum ni na ngon nan die amma na ngrun ba jon ara ya la ka ba ko ru te ta ko ya yol ba yol ki real jin jiran joro real ga meta ga fiele medan ma wana jolo ngi na ko bonga ba mu jolo ba me no ba na lo pin bina ni kina real kan kori ayol na ba ayol tong lor sake pues ma yen ere goro bi yen de no عشان ما رو نجينا بيأكورو كاب كل كايو بيأكور كاب لا جي أيو تيجي أنا كان كون أنا كان غم ناثر on بيالا لون إيرو وق ناثر كان أكان ناثر already on the ground ناثر نبغى جي أيو من لوج جي دان تكر ناثر ما أدوينه ما جكناه بيالا لون إيرو وق ناثر وني نن شيء ما فهمه كورما يعني شاب كورما يا كانوا نن لونه شاب كيانه ين شاب ثاني بارا كورته أنا لكن ما ين بيا كورته ما ردون لجي نبيا يجي الشاب يا نانك هذا ميمو هذا بيا هذا دونغرة بوله تكون لوجي دار من الويش باكورين باتير كن شكورة بول ديالو أغرامر كورة بول ديالو أغرامر باكورة باكوته كم لا كورة نمر برام يا ميجي بي ما يديور بيار كوما مغويرو بي لون تيرجيرو ادو بي ما يوكم غويو وننا بنا يوكن غور شيما كون يار مار كون شال كو يو بي كون بول كون يار مار كو با كوتر متara bolo ken bag kamar roda ba kurgul ter bi yino kuma kan jido lakini ba sha ba kan ba ko use e jama kon wor la ro sin korme ga no ayena dia da hotel bukiri dar ya pelo ajala dura bola kana kum a sha mo mabla chembor ga na wolo na ba me na botol ba wolo ba mai ba botol ba wa na lwadu ajen wa bi kote tin ajen koru ma jan we mai du ka ota chunga ka me na we ba ndi ajen kor bi koro tayra koro chu kurma kana ji kuma ta wak na tar bi go pe na yi wak na tar bi cha ba sha bien cha ba mo bla ji aji amerika ba jo yi ka yi ti yi da ji amerika gwa kan tin ngai ta ma ka do ni we ni dai me na da ko ga dai me ba lon ko ga dai me ko ni ta ra ko ma no sha gwa ja ma ko na lu ro dan ngay ở đây là nó thêm bật thế này đúng không? Cũng này con thì ai mua phải mua cần ngân là cái gì chắc cố trả nó cái điều ngay rồi được cố luôn bà bỏ thôi nó cần bà bùr mà giờ nó trả cố mà luôn đấy cố bà bùr cố mà chịu nè bây mấy bữa áo phơi nó bà bùr bây sắp đồng ăn bạc nè chắc phơi gì nữa vừa đi nữa cái bà ngay trên vốn đi nữa nè rồi khu này chama ổn này năng cái gì bùr cố mà ổn là này phải cái mà ôi này gì bùr chứ ai yut ye bor je tani che na je tan lo ada ka mai da ram je ba mai da bo ye chang ne ngan wa ba ruwa ngan ba mai da bo te kor ni na nga tu ram ju ju wan kor kuma jo na da be lo wa ni kuma lo ko kuma fi na ruwa ngan mo ba ram wa kor ta run wa wi kam rum ba ku ba be kam lo je na ram ye re ma shara ma je na ba ta ke kam ne da ko dial ko da tar kor ka ya kam ta ma ne dial tar kor ka lo dial ko le liu cha kamu asada amu yo ge mo yen sha ba ma sha ba me ga ngan ma ngara ma yu sha pe nei dong wan ya ga nang na wal la ke la bi jo jin ma gure jin na berbila askari da bi nang ko la askari ngan ko yo wona nei de sha de til nei de sha de te mai ko yo ba ga nang ko ri ngai na nei de kon te to ji ya ngai yo wona ta le ma da bo pe bu ngari chu ta am mo sha ma ta lo da ta le ma da ba thub je di rồi mà khá là ngày cố thâm mình là để thâm mà bà cha bà phiếu một đấy rồi kiện đây con môi mà lại kiện cha bà lên cần quá bảo ơn này thầm mẹ nó cũng kur khá đó tức là kur mi achar mà kur ja nó cần nó sang bà achar kur ja nó cần nó bà tức là khu vực Junub Sudan à kur mi thon nó mà quả lệ là cảm ja nó cần nó đây là ngày vô kur nó kur mà thế che thon nó kur lakin bà jo yen cha bia bây giờ có kum bài mobilai ji ayo bài mobilai ji America ai phá ba bur yi go kuma to me na bài na wujuma ka she ki adab dun o mai du ma gang ne kwa ko shiendo loado wes biya gang kwa ko jin ma gor bila je man ro do cholga ka man ro do dertur man ro do garwe dol mer boy ro nya ayera mer bila askeri dan bay nan kor agar we dol bay nan kor bay rol nyang bay nan kor nga bi kor ter la askir mi yene no kum ana ma jama yenu ma ngana de ma ne nanga agole ma shala je kuma ter mar kuma wala ngada de ni la je kuma aja ko aja baga na tar wo chuba na taro kiyo chuba ko wulang aja ko wulang bal agor yen chabre hele ajan korun tar koru lakin mata ga maskara wana maskar kuma mà cứ cũng giáo coi nó bảo bur cái này nó tin cái nát thế cái na nó vẫn cơ mà gor nó giáo cũng gor rồi đó là gì cái nhá cái này này là nát thế giáo bur con cha giáo cũng gor ne ji ayo ke ji kuma ko na salfa riya masha mana da kuma ta juma kuma ayo kana kuma wuri ala salfa ta gutsin kai ba kullu bi jona na biya tar na ko ba moblai biya kan yan sha biya tar na ko kuma chago anan shi so nori ya ga tuka makal nori ya ga tuka ka bor ya ga tuni ga ala nori sha na tete mo kwa na nori je na da ba ngalu ne ya ko kurma chagwa cha kulkul chagwa yeno ma yeno tar ko be ater jaro ku be ala je na ka gurnu ko ne la ya ko ru ter belare bola te ye ka kum lakin che yen chap ma bia bure ko ni ko kuma ba tu kuma ko kuma ye ko ye ku ye jang a jang ba ko li nyune ko de a jam CDR ya na ta ma ka lo a do darun a ta ma CDR jang ba ha chagwa a ja ra ilwe ye na ngan ye ra de pe won ngan ba ro nya chukran.
Okay, so I have two more audio to play. I don't know if you guys want me to play those or you want to continue. Joseph.
I think most of what this man said are correct. Is what's happening today. Exactly, he was cautioning them, not actually to temper, to go and fight the government because of someone is mobilizing the fight on their behalf. So Ronya or Boy, although he's an opposition now, although he's a rebel, I agree with him 100%. Yes. Nail the nail on head. And this is how his statementship can speak. Although I saw some people here say his mom is from Warab. It doesn't matter. He's already a rebel and he knows how to save life of human being. That's why he was actually giving advice. So his advice is very good. I should applaud. We should applaud what he was saying. Although we don't mention ideology, he was talking truth. There will be no any reason why millions could mobilize and go and fight the government and say. And he has also put something. By the way, this man is very good. He has said there's no war between Dinka and Nuer. There's already Dinka who is the president, but Riek Machar also is the vice president. They are sitting in Juba. Why do you come and fight the war here on behalf of someone who is sitting in Juba? What did Nuer gain from the war that was fought last time? And then the law has suffered a lot. They have actually paid the pay price, but now someone is enjoying Juba, and you are not getting. So actually, the man was very good. Now, why don't we just go ahead rather than playing some other videos? I want to sleep. Here is midnight. Actually, is AM. It's going to 1 now. So I will be so interesting from you guys to get some more question. If you want me to stay around, I will only give you 30 minutes and then I close down and I sleep. Thank you.
Okay, that 30 minutes will give 15 minutes. We have only 3 people, and then the other 15 minutes we'll give it to Madit to play the last video. So we share them because we have only Young Nation and the Kamis or Wangelo. And then, so let's give 3 people and then Madit and take 15 minutes, and the last 15 minutes play the video, and then Honorable can go to sleep the last 30 minutes. So take Angelo maybe 5 minutes so you can share the 15 minutes with the other 2. Angelo is
Angelo has not been around.
Then Kamis. Angelo, we cannot hear your voice.
It was then Kamis open on his mic already, and we cannot hear his voice clearly.
Then Kamis, both of them, we cannot hear them. Angelo.
Change.
Then Kamis to Angelo. Angelo, then Kamis.
Skip them.
Young Nation, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, Joseph. Let me go to the point straight away. My greeting to the General Assembly, those who are down and those who are up. Somebody's mic is open.
Is there something?
It's Mayom.
It's Mayom.
Mm.
No, it's not me. It's actually Denkamis who is actually speaking, but it's too far from the mic.
Go ahead, young nation, because we are running out of time. I'm not going to go to sleep.
Shukran. Thank you very much, Ajama. Like I said before, greetings to all of you in the room. Let me go straight to the point. We have listened to the audio that was played by Madit. That was Stephen Boyronya. You see, Stephen, in my observation, is the only person who holds the welfare of Nuer. Okay? Otherwise, the rest of the people, whether they live in the West, whether they are in South Sudan as politicians or intellectuals or traditional leaders or the so-called spiritual leaders, these people are just putting the lives of Nuer at risk. So we want to thank Stephen because we have had him on multiple occasions. One of them was Ido the Check's room. So he must be thanked for that. But the question is, are white army and the wider population of Nuer going to listen to him? Because what I've seen, they don't listen to the voices of reason. They listen to the people who are full of destruction. Okay, but let me make that acknowledgement first. You see, Junubin, what is happening, the development in Juba and in Naser should be of great concern to all of us if you are a true South Sudanese who love this country. The problem in South Sudan, it starts slowly like this, but then at the end of the day, it goes out of control. If people are not very careful or people are not serious, you take it from me, this might be the beginning of the out-of-scale war in the country. And the people who would be responsible are none other than SPLM-IO under Riek Machar and those who are pushing the white army in the country. The government of South Sudan has not done anything wrong. South Sudan is a sovereign country under the leadership of President Salva Kiir Mayardit. Salva is given rights and powers by the constitution of the country. The move that he did to send SSPDF to Naser was a noble move, yani. The rotation, not disarmament. Okay? So you cannot say that if the country goes back to war, then the responsible person will be President Salva Kiir and government of South Sudan. No. This must be made very clear. Now, you see, Honorable Luar, and most of you who spoke before, whether when I was here or when I was absent, it is wrong to term white army as innocent civilians. These are criminals, these are terrorists. The correct definition for the white army is these are militia of SPLM-IO. Because Riek Machar, in his brain, he thinks that he's the president of Nuer. Okay? And the government is the SPLM-IO. And the militias, therefore, are white army. Simple as that. You see, white army should be very careful because their activities are highly documented. It is not a surprise to some of us, not to the region, or even international community, because if you Google white army, the genesis goes back to 91. And the person who is rightly suspected as the architect is Riek Machar. Wallahi, to live for Mutahed, you can never escape that reality. It's true. So, should anything happen to the white army, and I'm sure a lot of things are going to happen, then the responsible party should be IU and Riek Machar. The strange thing is that the White Army, they don't learn lessons. That's the problem with them. Because the events of 2014, briefly after the eruption of violence in 2013, should have been enough for them. Big lesson for them, because majority of them perish. Majority of them perish in central Equatoria, especially the Mandari areas and Bor area, when they attempted to move to Juba in big numbers, because what they use is what is referred to as human wave. That they use population, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. Kalam Zeda is disaster to them as a community. And this is exactly what Stephen Boy is saying. If you want to involve in politics, you don't do that while you are a civilian. Make a decision. You either join any movement. You have a lot of movements, violent movements. A community that is not organized. In Upper Nile, there are 2 communities, fully organized. Aulat Yantoida, Indum Kamasa, Indum Kam, Indum Riek Machar, Indum Stephen Boy, Indum Chol Gaga, Indum Munutani. Kutar, more than 5. Indum Gwertut. Exactly the same thing is true with Aulat Nikang. Aulat Nikang Indum Shunu, Indum Riek, Indum Lama Kon, Indum Manyoti Adigo wala Diga Nyoti, Indum Muloy, Indum Pagana Mo, Indum Waham Tani, operating the garage UK, and Bugulinu Denka came from Senegal. This is a sign of people who are not organized. Nas Gulubu Kubar, they want to be CSC, they want to be leaders, they are not organized. For you to make sense in politics, you must have self-organization. What I want to say is this. Anna, I'm one of the people who believe that we should not live in denial. It's okay. Thank you. Anna, my concluding remark is this, okay? You see, I'm one of the people who believe that we should not live in denial. I think Naser is under the control of the White Army. But the question is, for how long are they going to stay there? How long is Naser going to be under their control? Those who are celebrating now, they must prepare to mourn, because what is coming is very big. Calamity there in Buluk ways. Uzul and Bulum, this also is Stephen Boy. But they don't listen to Stephen Boy. What had just happened to Naser would be akin to what happened to Bor, Bantiu, and Malakan. Remember Zaman Jama, when they took over these areas? When the agreement was signed in 2018, were they there? And it was IO, fully armed, with government ammunition and guns and so on. Bad food. People who barely have something to eat, let alone securing weapons together. These terrorists must be told to evacuate, because it's not going to be good with them. And for government of South Sudan, because this is my piece of advice, Honorable Dua, you take this with you. It is very important. If the government of South Sudan and SSPDF want to succeed in this operation against terrorism in South Sudan, the government of South Sudan must consider Eastern Upper Nile. You should troops that Juba and Addis Ababa must control that angle between Gambela and Eastern Upper Nile. And then you launch counter war against terrorism in Sudan, against these people. This year, 2025, White Army, no government in Sudan is not very careful to crush and disarm these people for the Bukun Katir. 2025 should be a year to completely come up with a very strategic military solution to the issue with the White Army. Because Naser is
appreciate you. Let's give
Shukran, thank you very much.
Yeah, and then just
Right,
wait. After video, we'll have enough time to speak.
I'm thinking that to go and open our field marshal space to talk, because here is not enough.
Okay.
Yeah, shukran, thank you very much.
Then come is in 5 minutes, 1 minute like Charles, and then we'll go back to Madit.
I hope you hear me now, Joseph.
Yeah, now you could.
Oh, okay. Yeah, anyway, I don't know what happened. So I tried to exit the room from that, and it wasn't good. Thank you. Let me greet Comrade Madit, South Sudan Eagle Media, all the speakers, including our Honorable Duarte, the member of the Parliament. My greeting to all of you, all the panelists and the audience. Let me start by putting in my 5 minutes. Uh, this message is going to the government of South Sudan, particularly yourself, Honorable. There's nothing to play down. The rebellion started in that location, and it's not going to stop. Should we believe that the Naser town is not in the hand of IO? No. I'll say no. That's not true. I said it in this room not 2 weeks ago, I guess. If not, it might be 1 week. I said.
So 1 week ago.
Okay. 1 week ago, I said it here. These people are getting military supplies, military aid from Ethiopia. And the government of South Sudan is not listening, is not having a very good intelligence. You are just basing your argument in Juba. You want to exchange forces, or the political forces, day and night, degree in and out. But the security is being actually isolated. And I salute Comrade Akonkor. His action now is going to cost us. I know people, when you become security organs, member of the security, you gain a lot of enemies. But sometimes you have to be given a credit. So I'm saying here, comrades, we are not in good terms. The IO and our young nations already said it. I said it long ago, and I don't want to keep repeating myself. By the time you are fired guns, weapons, you are totally armed. There's nothing called armed civilian in this world. You are totally armed, and you are subject to cause harm or be harmed by somebody. So I will say here, let me stop there, and I will add later on because I'm at work. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Charles,
take 1 minute.
You can take 2 minutes, man. Just and I will go. All right. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Madit. Thank you, Edward, and also thank you, Damnation. Right. You see, when I came up earlier, all right, I'm not government, I'm not opposition, but I believe I just some reality, because if we are saying the reality, you will save the life. But sometimes when people lie, even when we're in SPLA, if they were defeated by the enemy, they say, yeah, we withdraw. You know, they can't catch them down with the SPLA. Like in Hajar Hassan in Naser, what happened in Naser here? This is the Riek Machar IO, okay, defeat the SPDF and then hand over the town to the white army. This is the moral hustle, this is the reality. Now, look, see how they turn now. And most of you will not talk about it. Baburat, okay? Baburat right now, they're supposed to go along. Baburat will go for Domi. They are saying they want to go back to Malakal because JJP Baburat right now, they refuse to go to Naser. You mark this one. I know it's not good news, but JJP Baburat now, they say they are refusing. They are refusing, they say they are going back to Malakal. You know? And this is the situation we are. El Asla, that is Shamal. It's not Ethiopia United. It is the North. The North is supplying it. Not Talabetijada. Riek Machar knows all these issues. What is happening here? That's hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me, don't argue with me. Just let me give my information before you give yours. That's fine. We are not debating. Just let me put mine. Yeah. So this is the situation. So young nation, these people, Alfi Babura, they are going back to Malacca. Babura, they say no. Madarin Babura, so there's a lot of chaos in Upper Nile. And thank you for that. But
thank you so much. Madit, can I go ahead and play the videos and then the Honorable Duak say final word at the Madem channel? And then I come back to Young Nation and one more.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Joseph. Actually, these are the two video generals. One general is a general in NAS. His name is General Yan Matthew, and he speak in Clubhouse less than a week ago. And before this Biden happened, that's why we want to play these voices, been to hear, because there was a red flag all over, seeing the crisis in Naser. So let me play this and then the other one. And these are they are in English, so there's no translation there.
Clear. Welcome. John Chang Awal Haja, what is going to happen? Kalam da mind wa alaqama disarmament. Kalam da shakla adil tato. Wanatai, I want to be very clear, open, and transparent for the first time, because this decision that I have taken now is not going to change until Salva Kiir is defeated. So, John Chang, allow me first of all to just pass clear messages.
You are free. You are free. You are free. Just speak. Unless your network is not good, you are free. Nobody open the mic. Nobody ask any question. You are free. The room is for you. The floor is for you. Go.
Thank you. Awal haja kongshol yahu jamalakal maolunj mawahid ismu bonmun zaidan wahid ismu mabor dol zaidan dubat kutar bita jihaz amn kutar and MI. In war philosophy, إذا ده تغيير تقول ما بيجيب ناس ده كله. جون تشانغ تبارك جيش وهارون philosopher. You can help me later on. في حاجة بيجيب two deputies of chief of staff عشان normal change بتاع army. قول في ناس قال عنده 11 ولا 7 سنة ما غيروا. وكلام ده ما صح. Every now and then they have been changing and forces ده 100, 200 كده all these long. عشان أنا داير أوضح حقائق معين للجنوبيين. This is number one. Number two اللي بيجيب ضباط كبار زي ده شنو؟ نمرة ثلاثة باخرة، الباخرة الكبيرة واثنين صغار بواخر بتاعت أولون ده. طبعا ديل بواخر very advanced. ما في أي سبب بخليهم يمشوا ناصر. The idea is now very clear. الidea هو إنه يطرد ناس في أولان، يعمل كنترول لأولان، يعمل كنترول لناصر forever. بعد ذاك يشيلوا جيجمير، يشيلوا مكر، يشيلوا مدين، ويجي يقفلوا باب بتاع ملوى القاوث، خور مشار، طوال توباقاق، and then leftward to Gilo to Uboth, Tawali le Akobo or Puchala, and then back to Eastern Equatoria. Yani is a war, bigi betoriketani, lakin nas marfin. And I know an area very well. Ana hagigana dera warikum. Kan fizol gifakir gali jesh takon shuldagal groa Naser. Kalamda nabijawinu sofogu ba 2 weeks from now or 10 days. Brother John Chang, you will get back to me at Junubin. And John Chang, I am not afraid any time from now that I have been to the height. I've been moving in the field, but I am telling you personally, that I will be commanding this force. With David Biel, Asma Kalam da Koize Ahoy. Ana Ahubda, I am going to command this force personally. وده شكل الجد أنا ما بجيف إلا يا أنا متى يا هم يا فوس بتاعكم soldier is back ويبرجعوا لحد جوبا وبنتابع لحد جوبا ده كلام هسه you are taking it as a joke but let us talk after a few days from now يا فوس ده يرجع ده مسكر جاهز أصلا ده موضوع ما تشيلو قال دليل قال بتاع disarmament أكاب حاجة now I want to pass some messages لأولاد بتاع upper nine جونوشان ساتكم أنا أولاد إيكوتوريا القاعدين في ملكال وفي أي حتة تانية it is a high time إنهم يطلعوا برا من الجيش بتاع السلفة ده ولو في أي زول عنده كونتاكت معهم help us please خلوهم يطلعوا برا ده كلام أنا داير أوريكم ليه نمرة 2 انتوا أولاد بتاع upper nile ما بان زايد النوير وتشلو please talk to your people وجين بتاع أبدان القاعدين في upper nile please talk to your people ده كلام أنا بوريكم ليه أي زول قاعد جنب بحر أو قاعد في شارع رئيسي خليه يلملم عفشه من حسه get to the swamps لسه في شوية سمك في swamps لسه بتاكلوا هناك شيل الذرة حقك from today to tomorrow لأنه اشتباك لما يقول ما بنرحم أي زول ده موضوع ده ما قال وايد عامي ما وايد عامي ده أنا ين personally talking to you ين بتاع كلاب هاوس اللي تكون جي أسمع كلام تو ده I am commanding it personally وأنا أصلا ما داير ألعب في الموضوع ده and I hope my messages are very clear Jan go ahead. فهذا اللي أنا ما دايره I don't want a tribal war لكن أنا let me tell you the truth إنه هسه as I'm talking to you الناس ديل they will be using المواطنين زي دروع بشرية and you know that very well Commander BL و Commander Ocha هم الجيش بتاع السلفة ده بعد شوية هيخشوا في بيوت بتاع الناس where they want to control everything هم يتحركوا امبارح بالليل ونحن منتظرين من ده كلام ما كلامكم صحيح ما عندنا أي حاجة لكن قلبتها we will fight and this is going to be last war وأنا جون كان مبروك عليكم عن حاجة اللي بدأ في هيستون إيكوتوريا ده let it not stop very soon إتكم بلغوا أنا هناك نتيجة let us finish الموضوع بتاع upper nile ده this week ولا weeks to come and it is going to be deadly I'm sure about this عليك الله جونو كان غير أي كلام بتاع democracy secularism وياتو ده وقفوا please I beg you my brother كلام بس كلمة شكله كلمة الناس حاربوا بعدهم في الجنوب yes وانتم ما تخافتكم تاني انا شخصيا انا I want contributions عشان انا داير بيت القاد ما في دولة اللي بيساعدوا انا but I'm going to fight وما عندي زول اللي بيودي لي انا فالجنوب اللي عنده قلب please help us وانا متاكد ده هو الشكل الاخير ده I don't want to comment about politics and كلام فارغ بتاع سلفة جاب منو وودي منو I have been following some of them I have not been following لكن كونسول ده ولدني جانو كان he was in Iowa yesterday امبارح ده وانا بتكلم مع ده ولد عمي انا شخصيا I'm crying now because we are بيجيب لنا جيش بتاع سلفة عشان قروش ومن الولدنا يا هو يجيب لنا جيش ومن ده كان المفروض يوصل ملكال كان ما يرجع جوبا كان يدوك صدره كان ما يرجع جوبا ولا كان يرجع جوبا من هناك يلقوا فرصة نحن بنفتح لهم طريق but now they have chosen another route and والله another route and والله Ana umri, I have been fighting under command with Adnas Tanin. Lakini hasi ana am commanding a jesh da ana shakhsiyan. Ana am commanding it. Ma dara ma kalama izol tan. Not and not. Haja lana dairu min junubin, please agifu maana bas. Agifu maana.
We shall stand with you, Matthew. We shall. Thank you.
Lo indokum sual, you can ask. Kalaminta, I want to go because we are very busy. We are very busy following closely the movement with Naser. Lakin mafi zo, let nobody deceive you, Joruchang, Galita disarmament. Haja da kabir.
You. So, Haja wa besalan
to change a force in Naser. Can a force simple things? I just came to give you clear message so that nobody comes to Clubhouse and lies to you and makes fabrications that this army is going to change a force in Naser. Can a force of 1,500 be changed by a force of 9,000? Januchang, is there such a thing in the army like that? Can a simple force be changed with jets? Taban jets are going to come and we know them already where they are now. Indana, we have got intelligence. When they think they will chase us with their jets and the barges without owning them. Like, let me tell you, not even one barge will go back to Malakal. Not even one. Uchang, let me tell you this. Like, what I'm worried about, Muatinin with Upper Nile. Talk to our people. Let them distance themselves from Shol with Awinda. Let them distance themselves from Shol with Sholton, Ma Kongchol, Ma Mabordol, Ma Zola Canada Ismono. Bonmoon. The command Bonmoon is from Naser. Yani Kongchol is from Naser. Kada imagine our chant. Bonmoon Dazato is from Naser. وكل 5 days they are أولاد على النيل ذاته. They signed peace yesterday. حتى هم راجعين قال يجي يشاكلوا مع أولادهم to disarm them. Can you see this world how unfair it is? لكن talk other things. It is a fight.
Matthew, I understand you cool down. I understand.
Okay, so let me finish there. Let me stop right there. So let me move to the next audio from General Duar Tut Duar. So he's one of the general chairman of SSRM/F.
You get fast, reliable home internet from Verizon. You also save on entertainment you love.
Implement the security arrangement as stipulated in the 2018. Other parties to the agreement are not involved. In fact, for the
Liberty Mutual has savings for all. Mary had a little.
What did you say?
I'm saying is that Henry Woodward?
Oh, that is the President Henry. Okay.
It's called Henry Woodward, the former deputy chairman of the Commission.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Other parties to the agreement are not involved. In fact, the disarmament of civilian or civil population is welcome, and it is very important if we want a sustainable peace in our region, in our country. All what we requested from the government of Salva Kiir is to implement the security arrangement as stipulated in the 2018 revitalized agreement on the resolution of the conflict in the Republic of South Sudan. Said that instead of using tribal militias, the government will be able to use a unified national army. Now the forces were ordered to move to Ulam and Naser. The White Army made it clear that they will not allow Shola and Dinka militias who killed their innocent Nuer in 2014 in Malakal to come and disarm them in Wulang and Naser in 2025. So they prepared themselves to encounter this disarmament because they are for disarmament after the reunification of forces. So on the 22nd of February 2025, the state government informed the White Army that the governor, the deputy governor, the commander of the 2nd Division, the SPLM state secretary, and the state ministers will come to have a meeting with the White Army. So the White Army prepared themselves to receive their governor or the government of their state to come and meet with them. So on the 24th, that is yesterday, 24th of February 2025, the government delegation arrived in Galashel, the last Dinka area before entering the new territory. The White Army were waiting for the government delegation to come to them in Dama today, the 25th of February in the morning. So they were preparing themselves to receive their governor. While waiting for the government delegation, only 2 attack helicopters, gunship, arrived and start attacking them, attacking the youth in Dama and the nearby cattle camp called Norman. Being a son of that area, because one time I was a commissioner of Wulang, and there was a time also I was a governor of Sobat State, and Sobat means Naser and Wulang, plus Baliet and Akoka. So as some of that area, if the government has taken a wrong decision, I should stand with my people. So I condemn this hostile attack on civilians using gunship. If gunship were to be used after the White Army attacked the forces, okay, we'll say there's no big problem. But the White Army were waiting for their government to come and talk to them, maybe to convince them. And it is now a gunship coming to attack them. So I condemn this hostile attack on civilian using gunship, while the civilians were waiting for their government to come and talk to them. I also condemn the governor of Upper Nile State by deceiving the youth, the White Army, that he was coming to the area to come and meet them, while the youth were preparing themselves, waiting to receive their governor. Only the gunship came and attacked them. The governor will be accountable for the consequences of this action, or his action. Being accused of mobilizing the White Army or the youth, the White Army have their own system and mechanism of mobilization. I don't need to mobilize them. They know how to mobilize themselves. They are organized on their way. The situation in Wulang and Naser has been stable since 2018 after the signing of the revitalized agreement, except inside Naser and surrounding, because the SSPDF in Naser always try to attack the use of the civilian inside Naser and surrounding. My involvement with the youth, because they said I mobilized the youth, and now again that I'm involved in what the youth are doing. We are a political movement struggling against the regime of Salva Kiir, working to fighting to change the regime of Salva Kiir. The reason why we are fighting Salva Kiir is because the regime is mistreating the people of South Sudan. The regime become tribal. I don't want to talk of nepotism and the corruption. So if Salva Kiir decided to come and fight civilian, to come and massacre my people the way he did in 2013 in Juba, I must do my best to protect them if I have means of doing it. I didn't involve in what the White Army was doing. I didn't mobilize them. They mobilized themselves. But when things come to where we are, they contacted Dr. Riek Machar because they said Dr. Riek Machar was the one who engaged them in 2013-14. Or so they fought for Riek Machar in 2013 and 14. And if the government of Salva Kiir is not happy with the White Army of Naser, it's because they fought for Salva Kiir, for Dr. Riek Machar. So Dr. Riek Machar, are you going to help us politically, diplomatically, or logistically? That means if you can do it politically, you are a decision maker like Salva, you stop this action of Salva Kiir and his forces, if you can make it. Dr. Riek told them that he cannot, he will not be able to do it. Okay, diplomatically talk to the world. Let the world know that we are in difficulty. So he couldn't do it because he's the first vice president. And logistically, he said he cannot do anything. This is where the White Army said we need to have an alternative, someone that can protect us, someone also who can talk to the world about what is happening to us. That is it. It is not me who involved, but these are civilians who don't know where to go because they were waiting for their president, for their governor to come to rescue the situation. Only gunship came and attacked them. This is where the White Army thought it likewise to see an alternative. And then they contacted me and they told me what has happened and how. So that is it. And if I have force and power to protect my people, I will do it. I will protect the civilian. Because I've not gone, I didn't go to Juba and attack Juba. I didn't go to Malakal and attack Malakal. The White Army didn't go there to attack Malakal or Galashia. But they say they must remain in their area to protect themselves from that forces, the militia forces coming to disarm them. So now, if the gunship start attacking them, if I was to have something to protect them this morning, I would have done it. And if there's something that I will be able to do from tomorrow onward, I will do it. And I will be responsible for the consequences of my action. Thank you very much. I'm Dertu Dermakwet, the chairman of South Sudan Reform Movement and South Sudan Reforms Fighters. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that you have.
You get fast, reliable.
So these are the videos that I'm playing, guys. So because those are the boys go out before that war break out on Friday. So Joseph, I will give my phone back to you. And for those of you who are watching in Facebook and YouTube and X, you can join us in Clubhouse. So I will close down the studio, and then you guys can join us, and the discussion will continue in Clubhouse. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Joseph, you can take over from there. So so thank you everybody for watching. So those are the issues going on in the country. Join us in Clubhouse, and then we will go ahead, discuss more. So thank you for coming by and watching.